this Saturday morning, a Labor Day weekend Saturday morning. Got your border weight update one more time here. It's brought to you by Sobeys Restaurant in the Garcia Center, 4th and Ross and El Centro. The latest numbers that we have, 6 lanes open, 30 to 35-minute wait, 10 to 15-minute wait in the Century Lane, no wait in the pedestrian lanes, no wait at all at the Eastport, the Gateway Port. This border weight update brought to you by Sobeys Restaurant, 4th and Ross and El Centro. Delicious Mexican food, dine in or take out. Sobeys is the perfect place for your next business meeting, get together, or party. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call Sobeys at 352-6832. That's 6838. Sobeys, oh, so good.
How can you fight climate change every day? The easiest way to fight climate change is to throw your food right into your kitchen food scraps bin. Rotting food in landfills gives off climate-heating gas. For tips to recycle food scraps, go to iRecycleSmart.com. Do your part. Recycle smart.
And it's time to take a look at the birthdays, the September 3rd, the big shot birthdays, not a whole lot of them. Pauline Collins is 82. Al Jardine, he's a big shot. He's with the Beach Boys for a long time. He's 80 years old today. Valerie Perrine, she was one of my fantasies in the younger day. She is 79 years old today. Don Brewer of Grand Funk Railroad, he was the drummer and the singer. He's 74. Steve Sharippa. Yeah, he was in The Sopranos. He's 65 today. Charlie Sheen is 57, and he looked a lot older than that when he left 2.5 Men. Ashley Jones, she was in True Blood, one of my favorite all-time TV shows. Ashley Jones is 46 years old today, and that's it. That's all the big shot birthdays we got. We got some local people. They're coming up next.
When you have a minute, visit the KXO website, kxoradio.com. Follow us on Facebook, KXO Radio Imperial Valley. All sorts of neat things on our Facebook page. Oh, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Alex Alias, Monica Navarro, Andres Garcia, Andrew Ford, Jennifer Guajardo, Gloria Cejas, Andy Horn, Frank Johnson, Mary Virgin. We have Patty Latios, Susanna Fabila, and Sylvia Higginbottom. Happy birthday to each and every one.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in California, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
And it's time for the World California News headlines, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Brief. It may be the end of an era as tennis legend Serena Williams lost in the third round of the U.S. Open, but fans say the woman who won 23 Grand Slams changed the game.
She made tennis exciting for so many people, for so many girls, for so many people of color.
There's a more detailed inventory now of the material removed from former President Trump's Florida home. CBS's Robert Legary.
According to newly unsealed inventory, investigators discovered over 100 documents marked either confidential, secret, or top secret, and 48 folders with classified markings that were found empty when they executed a search warrant at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort last month.
Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves says Jackson is still suffering water woes.
We're going to continue to work every single day, day and night, to get this resolved.
Many residents there have no water in the wake of torrential rains that swamped water treatment plants. CBS News Brief. I'm Allison Keys.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency in Siskiyou County because of the mill fire. The fire broke out yesterday afternoon and is spreading at an alarming rate, forcing thousands of people to evacuate, and has caused some injuries and some power outages. There's also the mountain fire burning in Siskiyou County. In California, temperatures continue to rise. ABC's Alex Prescia has more from Glendale.
In Southern California, the city of Glendale dealing with another scorcher. If you had any plans of doing any sort of outdoor activity not in the shade, good luck. We're here on this basketball court, the temperature coming in at 135 degrees.
Meanwhile, the city of Glendale is warning about rolling blackouts because of the extreme high temperatures. Blackouts could start tomorrow and go through Tuesday. It'll last about an hour. Lights out, light up. California headline.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
Are you tired of all the clutter and junk in your house, your yard, or your business? I've got your answer. Give All Valley Junk Removal a call at 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. Yes, they'll come by and give you a free estimate on removing your junk. They do it all. Commercial junk removal, tenant cleanouts, storage cleanouts, yard cleanouts, and more. Even heavy objects. All you have to do is call All Valley Junk Removal. 760-623-9499. That's 623-9499. They work 7 days a week to accommodate you. So call All Valley Junk Removal.
And we are now ready for local news, page one, a service of El Centro Motors, quick lane tire and auto centers, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. In the newsroom, the border fire, the Border 32 fire up in the mountains in San Diego, is now 65% contained, according to the latest report. That is really good news. CAL FIRE issued an update last night. The fire started Wednesday afternoon. It has burned 4,438 acres. They stopped it there yesterday morning. It has destroyed 10 structures, both residential and commercial. Connie Port should be reopened by now. Customs and Border Protection recommended the travelers go to other ports while the Tacony Port was closed Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. The good news is there has been no injuries as a result of the fire. Some evacuations have been lifted. CAL FIRE says the mild weather has allowed the 300-plus firefighters to circle the blaze, and now, again, 65% containment. And we're expecting another update at any moment. The last holiday of the last holiday weekend of the summer, we are in the midst of it. It's the Labor Day weekend. California Highway Patrol is ready. They went into their holiday maximum enforcement period last evening. The MEP will continue until midnight Monday. Labor Day weekend is traditionally one of the largest party holidays of the year because it's the last one of the summer. For that reason, the CHP says they will be focusing on DUIs. They say all traffic laws will be enforced, but there will be a special focus on suspected DUIs. Officers will also be assisting a disabled motorist. MAP is when the Highway Patrol assigns as many officers as possible to patrol the roadways in an attempt to ensure tragedies are kept to a minimum. They say if you and your group will be drinking this holiday weekend, be sure to assign a designated driver.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
And the Imperial Irrigation District has extended their conserve alert through Wednesday, September 7th at the very least. Current weather conditions with heat in the 110 plus range are expected to remain in the valley through the middle of next week. IID's extended conserve alert comes while California and the western U.S. are experiencing extreme heat, and that is putting a strain on the electric grid with the increasing energy demands. California Independent System Operator has issued a flex alert, and Governor Gavin Newsom declared a state of emergency. The IID says that since the conserve alert was issued originally on Monday, August 29th, IID customers have responded well, and the district is very appreciative of those efforts. Free Fishing Day today. It is the second of 2 free fishing days scheduled this year. California Department of Fish and Wildlife is encouraging residents to take advantage of the day where you can fish without a license. All other fishing rules and regulations will be in effect. Also today, Fish and Wildlife is offering something new for those who do not know how to fish, but they want to learn. They're offering a virtual class that teaches you how to fish. It's available on the CDFW website. That's it. That's page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
From coast to coast, this is Goddard's Gold, right here on the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO.
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Get the gold, Goddard's Gold, Saturday 9 p.m. to midnight, and Sunday morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And it's page 2 of the local news. An early morning attempted carjacking this week in Calexico ended in El Centro. That was early Thursday morning. At about 2 a.m., Calexico officers responded to a report of an attempted carjacking in the area of 7th and Heber Avenue. Arriving officers saw a white pickup truck speed away from the area and attempted to stop the vehicle. Pickup fled and a pursuit ensued, going through several residential neighborhoods in Calexico, then heading northbound on Highway 111. Calexico Dispatch notified the California Highway Patrol, Imperial County Sheriff's Office, and the El Centro Police Department of the pursuit. The pickup proceeded onto into El Centro and drove through several residential streets before getting back on Interstate 8, driving the wrong way on the freeway. The fleeing driver attempted to make a U-turn and collided with the freeway embankment. Suspect then jumped out of the truck and climbed a fence and went into the Home Depot parking lot. Following a foot pursuit, a driver was detained. Suspect Luis Alejandro Gonzalez sustained minor injuries and was arrested after a treatment at El Centro Regional Medical Center. Officers determined that Gonzalez had burglarized a Calexico home and had been involved in an earlier carjacking attempt. In both carjacking attempts, a hammer was used as the weapon. Gonzalez was booked into Imperial County Jail on charges of burglary, attempted carjacking, felony evading, and resisting arrest. And Andy's back in action. Former champion Andy Ruiz Jr. Will be back in action tomorrow, September 4th. The Imperial Valley native will climb back into the ring against Luis Ortiz at 6 p.m. at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Ruiz, who captured the heavyweight title in June of 2019 when he upset Anthony Joshua, will take his 34-2, 22 knockout record against the left-hander Ortiz, who has a 33-2 record. The fight is available on pay-per-view. IID board will be meeting on Tuesday. The holiday is off. Offices are closed on Monday, but the board will be meeting on Tuesday. It's a regular bi-weekly meeting. Meeting will be held in Goddard Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. Public session begins at 1 in the afternoon. Presentations to 2 teams for the month of September. The board is expected to proclaim September as Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. They will be asked to approve the 401A retirement plan. Most of the meeting will deal with work authorizations and amendments to service agreements. The public can attend the meeting in person, or they can view the meeting via live stream available at the IID website. That's it. That's page 2 of the local. Well, it's not quite. We got the weather coming up next.
What if the music stopped? If the familiar voices were silenced? If there were no breaking news updates? What if your companion and connection to your community came with a monthly fee? Don't worry, we're free local radio with you wherever you go, celebrating 100 years and looking forward to the next 100. We are broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
The high temperature yesterday, 107 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 84. National Weather Service says much drier air will filter into the region today. Heat will become a greater concern with the warmest lower elevation communities, occasionally flirting with afternoon highs of 110 degrees. The excessive heat warning remains in place for many lower desert locations through the middle of next week. Late next week, and approaching a tropical system will result in cooling as well as potentially bringing much more humid conditions to the area. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 107. Heat index values as high as 114. East to southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 86. Southeast winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday. Highs right near 107. East winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 86. Northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Labor Day Monday, sunny and hot. Highs right near 112. North to northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming east to southeast in the afternoon. And right now we are looking at 85 degrees, 70% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality moderate in Nyland. Air quality is pretty much good for the rest of the region.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground, covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And it is now sports time. Sports World Roundup is brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. High school football scoreboard. Week 3 is almost in the books. Got one more game to go today. Thursday, it was the University City team taking on Brawley. The University City beat Brawley 55-27. Army-Navy shut out Calipatria 57-0. Friday games, Gila Ridge defeated Southwest 41-7. Vincent Memorial got by El Cajon Valley 35-21. It was Imperial over Cibola 43-0. Palm Desert and Central went into overtime. Palm Desert won the game 28-26. We have no report on the Palo Verde or the Clexico games. As soon as we get those, we will certainly pass them along. Today is one more game to go. Cetis Ensenada will be in Holtville to take on the Vikings. That game starts at about 7 o'clock tonight. On the Major League Baseball scoreboard, it was the Blue Jays. They shut out the Pirates 4-0. Reds got by the Rockies 3-2. Orioles over the Athletics 5-2. The Tigers beat the Royals 5-4. Yankees got shut out 9-0 in there. people are not happy. Mariners defeated the Guardians 6-1. It was the Red Sox over the Rangers 9-1. The Mets beat the Nationals 7-3. Braves got by the Marlins 8-1. White Sox over the Twins 4-3. Cardinals shut out the Cubs 8-0. It was the Astros over the Angels 4-2. Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 2-1. Padres, they're not going to get swept by the Dodgers, not this weekend. They took the first game, 7-1. Padres beat the Dodgers 7-1 in last night's game. They're going at it all weekend. The Giants, they were all over the Phillies, 13-1. That's the scoreboard. We've got more in just a minute.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And in tennis, the only news in tennis, Serena Williams was defeated at the U.S. Open. That could end her dream run in the world of tennis, considered the best tennis player ever in tennis. Serena Williams announced that she would be moving on to another chapter. When asked after the game if she was ever going to play another professional game, she said probably not, but you never say never. You never know. And the college football playoffs will expand to a 12-team format. College Football Playoffs Board of Managers unanimously voted Friday to expand the CFP to 12 teams in 2026, but is encouraging the sports commissioners to try to implement it as soon as 2024. New York manager Aaron Boone, he's not happy. He's heated after the team's embarrassing 9-0 loss to the Tampa Bay Rays. He hopes that the New York's 9-0 loss to the Rays Friday night at Tropicana Field will be a wake-up call. Get him back on track. To hope. You never lose hope. Old Dominion does it again in a second upset of Virginia Tech in 4 years. For the Friday night, it was 20-17. Virginia Tech lost on the road to Old Dominion. And South Carolina, Don Steele has canceled BYU women's basketball games over racial incident at the volleyball game. South Carolina and the women's basketball coach Don Steele have canceled a home and home series with BYU over a recent incident where a Duke volleyball player said a Cougars fan yelled racial slurs at her, and that's just not right. Chicago Bulls Alonzo Ball is expected to be missing a training camp, as doubtful that he will start the NBA season. According to sources, he is suffering continued pain following surgery. That's it. That's a look at sports. Sports World Roundup brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
KXO AM 1230 can help you publicize your nonprofit group's upcoming events, and we're happy to do it at no charge. To take advantage of our offer, we ask that you let us know about the event at least 2 weeks ahead of time. Write down the important information. You know, who, what, where, when, and so on. Include a name and phone number of a contact person and mail or deliver the information to KXO, 420 Main Street, El Centro, California, 92243. Our email address is kxoamfm@kxoradio.com. The information you supply may be used as community news, public service announcements on the KXO info line, or on our website. If you're paying for promotion with another advertising medium, we do offer special nonprofit group rates to promote your event. KXO AM 1230 wants to work with you and your community group to make our Imperial Valley a better place. Tell us what's going on and we'll tell everyone else. KXO AM 1230, here to make a difference in the Valley.
And the financial news and weather is brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. In financial news, U.S. stocks fell sharply on a Friday, surrendering all of its gains from a post-jobs report rally ahead of the Labor Day holiday weekend. S&P 500 shed 1.1%, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by the same margin, or about 340 points. The tech-heavy NASDAQ logged the biggest slide of the major averages, capping the session down 1.3%. The losses came after a rally earlier in the day suggested some investor optimism that a more modest 0.50% interest rate hike could be coming from the Fed later this month, after the August jobs report showed job growth moderated, last month as expected. We've got your weather coming up.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
The high temperature yesterday, 107 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 84. National Weather Service says much drier air will filter into the region today. Heat will become a greater concern with the warmest lower elevation communities occasionally flirting with afternoon highs of 110 degrees. The excessive heat warning remains in place for many lower desert locations through the middle of next week. Late next week, and approaching a tropical system will result in cooling as well as potentially bringing much more humid conditions to the area. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 107. Heat index values as high as 114. East to southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight. Overnight lows around 86. Southeast winds of 5 to 10 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, highs right near 107. East winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows around 86. Northwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Labor Day Monday, sunny and hot. Highs right near 112. North to northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming east to southeast in the afternoon. And your financial news and weather has been brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. CBS News coming up next.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Allison Keyes in Washington. Breaking news now, NASA's launch team is recommending a no-go for its new moon rocket launch set for this afternoon.
I'm Peter King at the Kennedy Space Center. This hydrogen fuel leak was similar to Monday's, but at a different feed connection, which failed to seal despite more than 3 hours of troubleshooting. They tried 2 different plans, one of them twice, to warm up the fuel line to force a seal that didn't take. It's too early to say what the next step would be, but it's possible the Space Launch System rocket would have to be rolled back to the Vehicle Assembly Building to fix the problem, which has now happened again in 2 different fuel connections. That could mean several weeks of delays. Peter King, CBS News at the Kennedy Space Center.
The nation is waiting to get those new COVID booster shots reconfigured to fight the Omicron variants. The CDC is recommending them, and some cities are planning to start rolling them out very soon. CBS's Michael George.
The U.S. authorized its first updated COVID-19 vaccine to target new Omicron variants. These shots modify the recipe to the existing Pfizer and Moderna vaccines that doctors say have already saved millions of lives. The new shots could be available starting in just days.
Parts of the nation, including California, are suffering through another day of sweltering temperatures. In the Golden State, people are being asked to conserve electricity to avoid overwhelming the power grid. Kelly Cass is at the Weather Channel. Channel.
We've got some dangerous heat for the western U.S., not just above average, but record-breaking heat. And unfortunately, it's not just during the day that we're dealing with this heat temperatures in the triple digits. It's at night when we're falling down to the 80s and even 90s in some spots.
The IRS says it accidentally published private information from about 120,000 taxpayers. Details from business tax returns filed by tax-exempt operations and retirement accounts were involved. The capital city of Mississippi, Jackson, is still dealing with nearly a total collapse of its water system. The water treatment plants were severely damaged after torrential rains fell. Governor Tate Reeves declared an emergency this week to get more help.
We have handed out almost 2.8 million bottles of water.
Serena Williams is thanking fans and family after losing in the third round of the U.S. Open last night.
I'm just so grateful to every single person that's ever said go Serena in their life. I'm just so grateful because, yeah, you got me here.
The crowd was cheering so loudly for her that it nearly disrupted play. Williams has won 23 Grand Slam titles over her storied career. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
This is Loyalty Lab Interview 6. Subject, grandmother's loyalty. Margie, what do you do when your grandson misbehaves? Angels don't misbehave. Here we study the most loyal, like you and... Oh, there goes the lamp. Shouldn't have put it there. Shell and the Fuel Rewards program has our members' backs, too. It's super easy to save on every gallon. Loyal, just like how you acted like that wasn't his fault. Someone should clean that up before he gets hurt. Yes, loyal, just like that.
10 years of FR.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching a kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Got a yen for a cow made of butter? State fairs are back.
Offering food, rides, and animals. A survey from Food Service Direct finds state fairs are gaining in popularity as many fairgoers take a trip back to childhood.
The pandemic took such a toll on all of us, but particularly socially and culturally. But this year, I do believe people want that sense of normalcy.
Marla Calito with the International Association of Fairs and Expositions.
We have just seen the trends continue to increase because fairs are always evolving.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
Across the nation, a once familiar knock on the door is also back. Jehovah's Witnesses are out sharing literature from coast to coast after a 30-month hiatus over the COVID-19 pandemic. The Christian denomination had continued its work through letters and phone calls, but members say they missed the warmth of that in-person interaction because they're most effective. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Aw, honey, I can't believe you gave me toe fungus.
I gave my wife toe fungus for the third time. My doctor then told me that toe fungus is not just a cosmetic problem and that it can spread and get worse. He introduced me to a new and different routine that flushes out even the most difficult cases of fungus. It's called Crystal Flush. Call now, and for a limited time, you can try Crystal Flush risk-free for 30 days. Call 800-764-9219. That's 800-764-9219.
Ad paid for by USA Veteran Law Group. Attention Marines, if you or a loved one lived or worked at Camp Lejeune for more than 30 days between 1953 and 1988, you were exposed to drinking water contaminated with benzene and other highly carcinogenic chemicals, causing those exposed to develop devastating health conditions. You may qualify for significant compensation if you have been diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, bladder, kidney, or liver cancer, or other serious health conditions. Get justice at 866-463-0001 or visit usaveteranlawgroup.com.
You've got George Gale.
I'm sexy and I know it.
The best oldies on the radio.